Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shot. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Ben on third and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jaleel Adai.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Stop your whining.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Too little, Mike.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on third and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great. But no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
First down, Houston.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Chance. Hey, watch it. Alert 3.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Watson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Second guard.
Here's Watson, option left. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the slide. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, come on now, come on now.
No foul. Hey, Delta.
Check.
Here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
44. Hey, orbit.
Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The drive will start with Josh Ferguson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check that. 19. Check 55. Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And here we go. Check 37. Check 37.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Anthony Ford. You got tight.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Blue down. Motion. Mike, 50. Alert. Eat.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Check.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger completes it to Moncrief left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end,
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Watson. And And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Check 41. Let's go.
Great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all